Attorney General Merrick Garland testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee today for the first time in more than a year. The AG facing questions on classified documents, Hunter Biden, the southern border, and fentanyl.
It's a horrible epidemic, but it's an epidemic that's been unleashed on purpose by the Sinaloa and the new generation Jalisco cartels.
Chief Washington correspondent Blake Burman is live at the White House. So, Blake, what more did we learn from the AG?
Well, this was a highly contentious hearing at times, Nichole, inside the Senate Judiciary Committee between some of the Republican senators and the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. But when it came to the issue of fentanyl and turning around that crisis, that was the biggest point of consensus among the community. It's a crisis that the Attorney General today described as an epidemic. It took just minutes into today's Senate Judiciary Committee hearing for the focus to turn to fentanyl. Questions from both sides of the political aisle over how the Justice Department is responding.
The cartels that are creating these pills and that are distributing them within the United States are the most horrid individuals you can imagine.
The Attorney General Merrick Garland pointed the finger directly at the Sinaloa and Jalisco cartels for exacerbating the fentanyl problem inside the U.S., but also said Mexico's government needs to further step up.
They are helping us, but they could do much more. There's no question about that.
According to the CDC, the number of fentanyl deaths in the U.S. last year topped 110,000, nearly double from just 2 years before. The Attorney General agreed with Senator Lindsey Graham that sentencing guidelines might need to be strengthened to act as a potential deterrent for dealers.
Well, would you agree with me? Whatever we have is not working.
Well,
whatever we're doing is not working.
I agree with that because of the number of deaths that you pointed out.
The White House, though, would not say if President Biden would support such a change, nor would they back the possibility, which Garland embraced, that top cartels could be designated as foreign terrorist organizations.
The Attorney General was asked if he opposes making the senior-most cartels being labeled as foreign terrorist organizations, and he said he would not oppose that.
Again, I only saw a bit of the coverage. What I can say is what he's committed to. I'm just not going to go into this.
So you can see there the press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, wasn't really willing to engage yet on the topic, or at least regarding the Attorney General's comments up on Capitol Hill today. So I asked her more broadly, Nichole, well, what is the Biden administration doing about this fentanyl epidemic? And she pointed to the record number of seizures so far, recently at least, when it comes to fentanyl.
All right. Blake, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.